Hey YouTube, it's been a minute. No, it's been a really long time. I got some stuff to say. We'll see if anybody joins this live. I know it's like a ghost seeing me pop on live. It's been a long time. It's been a long time, but I've been doing some things. So I wanted to hop on today just to talk about what's been going on with me, what's been going on with your girl Chic. It's been a minute. I think the last time I probably been out here was maybe like a year. I don't know. And I probably wasn't even on camera. But today I want to talk. I want to talk about the power of consistency. Consistency. Motivation. Motivation and consistency is what I'm coming out here to talk about today. And I've always been somebody who I'm the oldest of four kids, so naturally I'm like the leader of the pack. So it always started with me on, okay, what I was going to do as like the big sister. What is she going to do? If she can do it, I can do it. And a lot of times we need somebody to do something first before we do it. And like I said, because I'm the oldest of four kids, I didn't have that person to see do it before me. So it was like hell. If it wasn't me doing it, it was likely not going to get done. And I just became okay with that. So the story of my life is really I'm like the first to do a lot of things in my circle, in my family. I'm just about it. Like I live by the mantra, don't talk about it, be about it. So I want to talk about consistency and motivation and what that looks like, what it looks like for me, what it looks like for you. Definitely engage. Let me know your thoughts on this topic. But as it pertains to consistency, I want to talk about it from the angle of our bodies, from the physical. Um, I always say find something to be motivated by. What I'm motivated by, you might not be motivated by, and that's okay. It's about finding what you're motivated by because when you find that one thing you're motivated by, you're going to keep moving. So I'm going to get into just my story. Some of you may not know me from I guess from my personal life, but I'm gonna talk about my personal life. I'm gonna be a little open here. So I'm with Chic. You know, my channel is ChicSpeaks. Welcome. Please like, share, and subscribe. But I've been on YouTube for a little minute. I kind of jump on and jump off. I'll touch on like celebrity gossip. I've done some fitness things. But I kind of had lost my motivation when it has come to YouTube and just um, I guess it's impact. I kind of stopped wanting to just be on it, just I guess in the way that I had been on it in the past in a lot of ways. So it's like, okay, if I want to be out here, I want it to be for a reason, for a purpose. And today I was listening to a good friend of mine. She always, Miss V, Veronica Farish. If you don't follow her, go check her out. She always motivates me. It seems like she's always right on time, right when I'm just trying to question life and figure out what I'm trying to do, just trying to get my life in order. She pops up and now suddenly I get remotivated. So here it is. She asked, hey, what you been doing, Chic? Have you been on YouTube? No, I haven't, but I told her I had been active, meaning I had been exercising, I had been moving, I've been walking. This is my life, guys. So I'm 43. I'll be 44 in October. I'm married, be married 20 years come October. Mother of three. My oldest is 19. My second child son will be 16 come July 3rd, and my daughter is 14. So I'll just kind of show you just what I look like. So as I say, this is what a 43-year-old mother of three looks like today. So I want to talk about how I'm able to achieve that because I understand that most people, most women, in particular black women my age, from a physical standpoint, their body, it doesn't look like mine. And I have a natural body, but it doesn't look like mine. And the reason why I'm able to look the way that I look is because I'm motivated to want to just live a healthy lifestyle, just to be the best version of me. Because I feel like when you do things for yourself, it's more apt to stick. You're more apt to stick to it versus when you're doing it for someone else. So I keep myself together for myself. So because I do things what I do for myself, other people are able to benefit from that, such as my husband. He's able to have a wife that he still is physically attracted to. I don't, run around, have thoughts or concerns about his interest, his desire, his attraction for me. I don't, because I'm just secure in who I am. And guess what? It comes from within. It's because everything that I do it for me. When I get up, when I go walk, I do it for me. I don't do it for anyone else. So because I'm able to do it for me, it allows for me to still, I guess, keep it going. I'm able to still keep things going and not fall off. We fall off and then, you get back up. But what I mean is that I haven't lost myself. So as I say, in October, I'll be married 20 years, and I can say I haven't lost myself. And I haven't lost myself just because I do what I do to take care of myself for me. And I know that in order for me to be the best mom, wife, like, I have to be the best version of me. I have to be secure in me and who I am. So therefore, I can have that strength, that willpower, that confidence to instill in my children, for them to be an example. Recently, I had foot surgery. I had to have a bunion surgery on my left foot. Your girl was in like a surgical shoe. Some people may call it a boot. They don't really call it that, but it's a surgical shoe. Even though I was down because I had to have that surgery, it didn't stop me from moving. So it's so funny because, I had like a 6 week recovery. So the first week or two, I didn't walk. I didn't walk. But by week two, I'm like, your girl, I got to keep moving, because how many times have we heard people talk about a story of like they had to be set down for a reason because of medical reasons, and next thing you know, they put a bunch of weight on, they start picking up all these bad habits, and now it's just like they don't know where to start to get themselves back together. They're like, I don't know where to start, where to begin. And I just didn't want that to be my story, because I was able to see, guys, just from just 1 to 2 weeks of just sitting down and not moving and having activity and just eating how I normally eat, I was able to see just this change in my body, as far as with how I was holding on to fats, and watching the scale, because it's something I regularly do, because that's how I manage my weight. I watch the scale. That works for me. Some people don't work for, but for me, knowing at any time, meaning daily, where my number is on a scale, that has me to better manage my day. So I'm constantly trying to figure out, okay, where am I? So I saw that just by me just having my heels kicked up, watching Netflix, working from home, not going into the office, not having to run the kids around for sports. I seen a change in the body. So even though still my body, I was still small, I was able to see that change. So I'm like, booting all y'all. I'm finna be walking in this neighborhood. So guess what? I started moving. I started moving, y'all, before my doctor even knew I was moving. But that's okay, because I knew what I could do, because I knew my body was already conditioned to be able to. I knew I knew my body was. I'm sorry, guys. People are texting me. They are shocked that I'm on live. Because look, when I say your girl been gone for a minute, I've been gone for a minute. So I'm like, I got to move. And guess what? I started moving. I started moving. I was walking around. I had my right foot. I had my Adidas walking shoe, and in my left foot I had my boot. And I started walking in my cul-de-sac. And my neighbors would see me doing that. So by the time I did that for maybe like 2 weeks. And then after that, I transit. Listen, y'all, I put myself on my own plan on how I was going to recover, because sitting and not doing anything was not an option, and it can't be your option. It can't be your option either. So I started walking, and then one day it was like two neighbors like, "You're out of your boot." It was people like I didn't even know that was paying attention to me. That was like, you have two shoes on. You're walking in your regular shoe. I'm telling you this story is because I believe that because I did that, it was a motivation for other people to see that, damn, if I got two good feet and old girl out here with one good foot and one boot moving, it ain't no damn excuse why I can't be out here doing something too. And I'm constantly walking, and I'll see some people, they clap their hands, or they say, or if they see me walking with my husband, "Oh, I always see your wife. She's so lovely. I love talking to her. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to walk too." And more often than not, they don't. But they see what I'm doing. So I'm like, what can I do to motivate the next person, in particular the next woman, to just do something, to just move? Because so often I hear so many women talk about how they're just unhappy with what they're looking like, but they don't do nothing about it. Like, how many of us know people who just sit and complain about their situation and they do absolutely nothing, whether it's they're in a dead end job, whether they done put weight on, just anything. And that's just never been me. I've always just been about doing something. And me and moving, this has been in, you guys, hopefully you can still hear me. I'm outside in front of my house and people are cutting their grass. It's a beautiful day, a hot day. But guess what? A day like this, when it's 80, 90, your girl will easily be out here walking. And you know what I'll be walking with? My little good old waist trainer. Y'all, when I say a waist trainer can save lives, so even though without the waist trainer, my stomach was already pretty flat. But I noticed that when I had been walking, during my recovery, and I was like, "Oh, well, let me put my waist trainer on," I noticed that it really brought things in that much more. So therefore, after I'd spend maybe about an hour, hour and a half walking, I noticed like when I take it off, I'm more trim. It's more tight. So while I was walking, and having this waist trainer on, it helped me to kind of have everything still sucked in. And even when I am working around the house and I'm not out walking because I can't get out there just yet, I'll put the waist trainer on, and it's still sucking it in. It's still sucking it in. So I'll demonstrate. I have the waist trainer on now. I'm going to take it off for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. But it makes a difference. Like I said, like, start somewhere, because I want to show you what I look like without the waist trainer versus the waist trainer. So that you see me with the waist trainer. This is what I look like without a waist trainer. So you see, it's still like, it's given flat. It is what it is, but the waist trainer helps as I'm walking and I'm moving, because it also helps me to sweat. So when I'm walking and I'm sweating, I have the waist trainer on. It's melting. It's helping contribute to melting that fat away. So ladies, get out there and move. Even if you don't have a waist trainer right now, that's fine. I just want to come out here to just try to encourage you to get up and do something. Because if I can get up and do something with one good foot, a bum foot, like, look, right now I got like two shoes. I'll show you my shoe. I got two shoes on right now. You're able to see it. Maybe let me try to turn it around. Okay. So I got two shoes. I'm gonna take my my shoe off. I'm gonna show you my foot. You see that? That's the cut I had. So I was wearing this surgical shoe on this foot, and then I had my other walking shoe, and I was walking. Y'all, I have a screw in my toe. I have a whole screw in my toe. I told my surgeon, "Listen, you said I got a screw in my toe. My question is, will I be able to get through the metal detectors when I go through the airport?" Y'all know I'm a black woman. I need to know, sir, white man, will I be able to get through the metal detector with this screw in my foot? So he was like, "Yeah, you should be fine because it's small enough. It shouldn't get detected." So funny story is, at the end of the school year, when I went to my daughter's orchestra concert, I had to go through the metal detector. So I was like, okay, officer, I'm gonna let you know something. I got a screw in my foot. So if I start sounding off, so I went through the metal detector and it did go off, and they were like, oh, it went off because your belt or something. So when I told them about the screw in my foot, the guy put the wand to my foot, y'all, and the thing started going off. It was just so funny. He was like, well, we gonna let you through this time. We gonna let you through this time. But y'all, I got a screw in my foot, but I was still out there moving. I was still moving with the screw and all in my foot. So if I can be out there moving with a screw in my foot, walking through my neighborhood, and my neighborhood, guys, it's 3 miles. So I timed it because I like to time how long it takes me to walk. So it takes me 1 hour to walk my neighborhood, and that's just literally just going up and down each street. It takes me 1 hour to cover just underneath 3.5 miles. That's what I do. And so I do that maybe 3 to 4 days a week. And then in the morning time, I might do a quick 30-minute walk. So that might be my evening walk. But in the morning, maybe about 10 or 11, I'll do a 30-minute walk. That's maybe equivalent of maybe about an hour. I don't know. But my thing is to just keep moving. We want to keep moving. Like I said, we need to identify what's going to be our motivator. Like, what are we motivated by? Are there some goals that you have? Is there a certain look you trying to have by a certain deadline? Like, what is it? You might have a trip. I got some trips coming up. You might have a trip coming up that you're trying to be snatched for. Find something to be motivated by. Stop sitting, making up excuses as to why you look the way you look. Oh, I got these kids. I got 5 kids. I got 4 kids. I got 3 kids. Okay. If your kids are in a stroller, put them in a stroller, push them around. I used to do that. Fitness has been a part of my life since I had my first son. Prior to having my first child in 2005, my oldest son is 19 years old. As I say, I'm 43. My oldest son is 19. He just completed his first year of college. I had never been in a gym. I was just always just naturally small. Really, so prior to having my son, guys, I had this same body. I did. I was 130 pounds. Like, this was the body, same body. After I had him, I had to go into the gym because I still had about 15 extra pounds from that pregnancy, and it didn't go anywhere. So I had to join the gym. And the reason why I joined the gym is because I didn't want to get comfortable with the extra weight and what they say it can pile up. Because remember, y'all been listening. I got 3 kids now. That was just child one. Remember, I'm up to 3. How many of us have had babies and after each baby, more and more weight pile on? That weight keep piling on. So what I would do, and my mother actually is the one who gave me this idea. After each baby, I would work to get that weight off, because therefore I wouldn't have to work so hard and you got all this weight just piling up from having these babies, and now it's that much harder to get that weight off. So I didn't do that. So what I did, so when I joined the gym, I joined a women's gym, and I got the weight off. Then I ended up getting a job. I started working for a company, and we had gyms on the job. So during my lunch, guess what? I would work out. So I had my last 2 babies at that job. So while I was pregnant, I was working out. Your girl was working out. So fitness has been a part of my life for like 20 years, y'all. This is a lifestyle for me. This is a lifestyle for me. So fitness has been a part of my lifestyle for 20 years. So that's all I know is to get up and move. Because once you get used to getting up and moving, you'll feel uncomfortable when you see yourself not moving. You're going to be like, I've been sitting here too long. I got to get up and move. And then you start motivating other people. I'll easily motivate my husband, and he getting up and move. So he'll get up and he'll go walk with me. But he knows that he don't have to walk with me, because he knows that I'm able to do any and every. I can do things by myself. And that's another thing. How many of us are afraid to do things because we ain't got nobody to do it with us? I ain't got nobody to go walk with me. I ain't got nobody to go to the gym with me. Okay, goddamn it, most of us came into this world by ourselves. Most of us ain't running around with no twins. Now, I got some twin sisters, but like, I ain't had no twins, I was solo. It was just me until they came along. So we have to get out of that mindset of feeling like we need somebody to do something with us. Because we could likely not ever do anything if we continue to stay stuck in that mindset of, I gotta have somebody to do it with me. Because we all can think about something that we've put off to the side simply because we didn't have nobody to do it with, whether that be a trip, whether that's even going to a park, anything. People, and I hear this so often with women. I've had so many friends over the years who don't do things simply because they say they don't have anybody to do it with. Like, I feel like a lot of women have even blocked their blessings with trying to meet somebody because of not going out, because they didn't have nobody to do it with. Man, y'all know how many times I done been out by myself, and I didn't had someone say something to me that maybe they wouldn't have said something to me if I was with somebody else, because of maybe they were fearful of getting embarrassed. Or y'all, one time I was eating lunch or dinner or something like that years ago at Olive Garden. And I was in there by myself, and the manager comped my meal. I was by myself. Y'all think he would have comped the whole table if I was with a bunch of people? No. He just comped my meal. I was just by myself. That's what I'm saying. Don't get stuck in just having to have somebody do something with you. Create new habits. Try to get comfortable being by yourself, because what they say, if you don't like your own company, who finna like it? If you don't even like being with yourself, who finna want to just hang and chill with you if you don't even enjoy your own time? Ladies, if you are on the market and you are wanting somebody to ask you out, it's been a minute since you've been on a date. You like, damn, I just want to go out. I just want to be treated like a lady. Do a self-check. Look at yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, and this is real. I tell women this all the time, and I do this self-check regularly. Question, you ask yourself, would I date me? Any of you watching can stop and ask yourself, whether it's your physical, whether it's your mindset, your attitude, anything, would I date me? If your answer is no, then you need to work on that. You need to work on that. We can't be stuck on, okay, I want him to have this, that, and the third, but we not coming through giving none of that. I want him to have the six pack and be in the gym and be fine. How many of us know some of our bigger girlfriends who they big, but they ready to cuss the man out if he big and he's trying to step to them? The double standard. So you saying that he got to look like he live in a gym, but it's okay for you to look like you don't know what a gym is? That's that part. Y'all, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We can't be looking for something that we're not even presenting ourselves. Like, just think about it. That's just basic. And a lot of these ideas or these thoughts that I have, that I come and I talk to people about, I'm a mother of both boys and a girl. I have two boys and I have a daughter. So I look at everything from both perspectives, because I know my sons are dating. My oldest is 19, so he's at that point, with dating and talking with, I have my 15-year-old, I don't know what he doing, y'all. He in his room, so no telling what's popping off there. But they're interested in girls. And then I got my 14-year-old daughter. So when I speak about things, I speak about it from both perspectives, as far as to the type of energy that I would want that woman to be on for my sons, just like I speak about the type of energy, I'd want a man to be on about my daughter. So again, what are we giving? What are you giving? Are you giving, when you present yourself, when you go outside, that I'm approachable? Are you smiling? Are you smelling good? Do you care about, how your hair looking? Just the basics, y'all. It's just the basics. If you somebody who's single, when you going outside, what are you wearing? Are you just wearing some sweatpants and a t-shirt? Think about, every time you think, this is what I tell single ladies. Anytime you leave a house, have the idea that you might run into your person. Have that as the idea. Damn, I might run into my person today. Is this what I want to be given when I run into my person today? That right there should have you thinking differently. Thinking about when you go to the gas station, the grocery store, like, do you feel comfortable with what you're giving? And it's not about having a beat face, y'all. I can't remember the last time that I don't even wear. Anybody who knows me know I'm not your makeup girl. Uh oh. Hello. It looks like my live froze for a minute. But anybody knows me knows I'm not your makeup girl. I'm y'all. Shit, this what you get. This what you get. And if I want to be fancy and jazzy with it, you might get you a brow and some mascara and some colored gloss. But that's it, y'all. But that's all it takes. It don't take, you don't have to have the money to be going out and getting all the, the weaves, the wigs, the lay down baby hairs. What took me out today, I heard somebody refer to the baby hair as curtains. And I'm like, damn, they do look like curtains. Y'all know when they swoosh them real hard to the side, they say curtains. I can't unhear that, y'all. But you don't have to have the curtains. But be clean. Just have your hair just neatly combed. Smile. Just smile. It's just real basic, y'all. Get yourself together. Work on your body. How do you want to look? If you feel like you got a couple of pounds that you know that you can kind of get off, you just start with walking on your street. Like I said, y'all, I told you I had one bum foot. I just had surgery. For anybody who's joining, I had surgery on my left foot. I had to have bunion surgery. So I couldn't do my 3-mile walk like I normally do. But guess what? I was doing a mile walk. I started out doing a 15-minute walk, a 15-minute lap. Then your girl upped it to 30 minutes. Then you couldn't tell me nothing. Next thing you know, y'all, I done damn took the boot off and I put my other Adidas shoe on and I just started walking. And now I was walking my whole neighborhood. Went to my doctor's follow-up appointment on Friday. He's like, how's it going? Oh, it's going. He's like, yeah, you can start putting a shoe on and walking longer. That man don't know your girl already been there, done that. So then in the conversation, he learned that I had 3 kids and their ages, and the man looked like he damn stopped breathing because he was just like, oh, I wouldn't have thought your kids would have been that old. But I know the reason why it kind of took him aback is because he see how lively and how mobile I am and how I move. Y'all, when I go into the doctor, y'all, this is what I be doing. Don't tell them what I be doing. So when I first went into the doctor after just 1 week of having my surgery, they were mad at me because they said I was moving too fast. Because y'all, I'm so used to moving. My body is conditioned to move. And so they wanted me to slow down. So now, y'all, when I go into that doctor's appointment, I be walking slower because I don't want them saying nothing to me, even though I got it in me to move faster, because I truly believe that my body is healing faster than what somebody ordinarily would heal at this point, because I'm conditioned to move, to exercise. I'm not conditioned based on my lifestyle. I don't just sit. I'm conditioned to move. And even when I would be in hospitals after having babies, I remember one time after one of my kids, it was either after the second or third one, the nurse, have to, any ladies who've experienced childbirth and they have to push your stomach down to get the blood clots and things out. She was like, oh, I can tell your body is going to snap back because I can already feel your abs. I can feel your muscles. So ladies, it makes a difference when you're already going into having children if you're conditioned to work out, because it's like muscle, they call that muscle memory. Your body knows that you're used to moving. So the body remembers like, oh, shit, we got to snap back. We got to get our snap back together. She done pushed this baby out. We got to get back. And it starts going back. So when so my baby 2 and baby 3, I'd only be home for like 6 weeks. Look, your girl was back looking like normal, like this, returning to work after my 6-week checkup, after those last 2 pregnancies. Because remember, I worked out during those 2 pregnancies. So my body just kind of bounced back. So this body, this is what it looked like before. And this is what it looked like now. My body is just the same, but I work at it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not Beyonce. I woke up like that. No, maybe, maybe my face, but this body, it's not. I work. I don't lie to anybody. This is work. And when I say work, it's me moving. I don't get on no treadmill. I don't have no elliptical. I just walk. Like, this is all just walk. This is just walking. This is it. I've done other things in my life, but I enjoy being outside. I enjoy walking. It's my lifestyle. It's a new habit I have. So anywhere I go, I'm looking, I'm scanning like, okay, where can I go walk? Where's it when my daughter got soccer practice? Okay, where's the nearest trail? It's my lifestyle. Habits. What habits have you created? What habits have you created? What are some habits that you feel like you can afford to create to improve your lifestyle? Because I promise you it's going to improve your self-esteem. And it's real when they say when you look good, you feel good, y'all. That is real. That is very real. When you look good, you feel good. If you've never experienced it, try it. Then come back, drop a comment and let me know what your thoughts are. But it's real. You want to start feeling good? Start changing your appearance. Another key, ladies, if you're in a relationship and you feeling like he ain't really checking for you like that, like you ain't feeling like you got his eye no more. Y'all, I done tested this one out. I said I've been married 20 years this year. I done tested this one out. When your mind start wondering and you start wondering maybe what's going on over there with him, he ain't really been in your face like that lately. Don't start probing. Don't do that. What you do, get into yourself. Because what happens is that when you get into yourself and start making some changes to yourself, guess who watching? Guess who looking? Guess who lurking? Guess who peeping? When you're down there on the ground trying to do a sit-up, guess who got them trying to be down there on the ground with you, trying to see what you're trying to do? Test that out. Ladies, test it out. I guarantee you your man gonna be like, well, what's going on here? Okay, I see you. It's gonna naturally bring him in closer. And then another thing, it's gonna motivate him. He's gonna start doing some stuff too, because he's gonna be like, well, damn, she ain't finna leave me behind. She ain't finna be going out there looking like that, and I'm looking like this. So you gonna see him busting some moves you ain't seen him busting. Where he walking the block, he doing a few sit-ups and push-ups here and there. Ladies, it's real. You don't have to be worried about what he's doing on that level. Worry about yourself. There's a little mean little white girl. She be like, worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. You worry about yourself. Everything else is going to fall in place. Everything is going to fall in place. Women, what they say, men's currency, what they got to have the money. They got to have a good job, the resources. We trying to see where they trying to take us. They got to have that with that Cheesecake Factory money to be able to pick up that check. Women, our currency is our beauty. It's our physical. Men are visual. That's our currency. May not like it. Don't shoot the messenger. It's just what it is. Men are visual. They want something to look at. Whether they're your husband, whether they're your boyfriend, whether it's the man in the Home Depot that you see that look good. Men are visual. They're going to first peep what you look like first before they get an idea of what your personality is. Just remember that. Take care of yourself. Work on your presentation. Get that together. But when you do it for yourself, it's going to stick, and you're not going to feel like you're going to really fall off. Because there are days where I'm like, okay, I don't feel like doing it. Like I've had those moments. I'm not always on. I'm not going to sit up here and just cap like that and be like, I'm always on. I'm not. But what I don't do, I don't stay in whatever rut I may find myself in or whatever I may be going through. I don't stay there. You got to get up. We all fall down. What they say, who is that? Donnie McClurkin, and we fall down, but we get up. Like literally your girl fall down, but she get up. Having surgery on my foot, that was falling down. But I had to get up. I said, I know that doctor don't want me moving for 6 weeks, but hell, who the hell know what I'm going to be looking like in 6 weeks while I'm up here trying to Netflix and chill. Your girl trying to Netflix and chill. So I'm like, nah, let me go ahead and do this. He ain't got to know all that. But it's just so funny because I'll come back from a doctor's appointment and I'll be like, yeah, honey, he said I could start moving. And he laughs because he be like, man, that man don't know that you done already walked around Gwinnett County. Y'all, I done some long walks. But that's how I push myself. That's how I push myself. It's my lifestyle. What new habits are you going to create for yourself? What are some things that you can do differently in your life? What are some areas in your life that you feel like you've gotten just too comfortable and too complacent in? Because we all have them. What are some insecurities we have? what are some things that you feel like, man, if I can just do this, if I can just look like this, I'll feel, what are those things? What are those things? Stop ignoring it. Finally get up and do something. And mine's just have been just getting to this point and coming out here talking to y'all. Because I've been doing things, but I'm like, let me turn the camera on and talk about it. Let me talk about it, because people may form their opinions and think that she woke up like that. They may just think that, well, she's just always looked like that, or I can't never look like that, because they don't know my story. And anybody who knows me know I'm an open book. If you look at even some of my old YouTube videos, I got things out there where I've talked about my story, my personal life, family, marriage, like all of that. And then I got some stuff like I've talked about different things. But I'm at a point now to where it's just like, well, if I'm gonna be out here talking to y'all, I want to about some real stuff, some stuff with some substance, some stuff that's gonna make a difference in somebody's life. And it was put on my heart to come out here and just talk about my truth, what it is that motivates me, because I'm a woman just like many of you, and I believe like y'all do. Like I'm no different. I just want to just motivate somebody, so somebody would know that I don't have to just be sitting here. I don't have to settle for this because, okay, I'm 40 plus. I don't have to be looking like this because I got 3 kids. I don't got to be dealing with his stuff because I don't feel like I got it, to be able to go pull somebody else. Ain't nobody, he told me nobody ain't checking for me. The devil is a lie. Like it's all back to, what do you think? How do you feel about yourself? Damn what he's saying. Because ladies, I told y'all, if you do what I said to do, his ass gonna damn come. Test that ish out, y'all. Test it out. He gonna be coming. Whether you got your own boo or somebody else is gonna be, they're going to come. The boys, what they say, the milkshake brings the boys to the yard. Listen, they're going to come. Men are visual. Men are visual. I just happen to be a married woman, but I know men aren't blind, just as my husband knows men aren't blind. My husband just is able to benefit from having a wife who takes care of herself. And unfortunately, it's not enough women out there who has that same mindset to want to take care of themselves. And a lot of times it's from self-esteem, where they've just been beaten down, or they didn't have nobody more positive in their life to lift them. Like everybody, maybe somebody was calling them fat, bald-headed, calling them all kinds of stuff. Eating habits. Somebody want to know, what are my eating habits? The eating habits let me see. I'm going to start here. I eat whatever I want to eat. But here's the thing. Because I'm so conscious about everything that I do, as I eat, I'm conscious, meaning I'm conscious about the quantity of it that I eat. So because I've always been, I call a foodie, I have to be moving, because ain't no damn way with the way I eat, I can just eat and not bust a move. You see what I'm saying? You got to balance it out. You can't be somebody that like to eat, but then want to stay lazy at the same time. It don't work that way. You can't do that. You're going to still look the same. You got to balance it out. If you know that you just ate real good, you got to have in your mindset, oh, I know I got to get up and go walk this block. I know I got to do. You see what I'm saying? Because you know what you just did. That's why I say, for me, the scale is my friend, because that's my accountability. Because every morning when I weigh in, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm starting out for the day. So it lets me know, okay, how hard I can go. If whether or not, oh shit, I got some stuff to carry it over from yesterday, I'm gonna have to chill today, or I'm gonna have to dang sure make sure I get out there and spin that block a couple. Like, that's the accountability piece for me. So waking up first thing in the morning, because typically that's when we're the lightest. First thing in the morning, weigh in, have my day. When I'm showering at night, weigh in again. It lets me know how my day went. You see what I'm saying? I started out my day knowing what my starting point, and I go to bed knowing what my end point was for that day. That works for me. You have to find what works for you. That's my way of being accountable. That's how I'm accountable when I see that number. and it's worked for me. So you got to find what works for you. You got to find what works for you. But I'm someone that I can eat what I want. When it comes to soda, I drink it, but I don't drink it a lot, but I drink it. You guys, when I really think about it, there's nothing that I've cold turkey removed from my life. Everything has been about moderation. Like, I tell everybody, so y'all, I got a house where I got 3 kids, husband. I don't eat a lot of the junk stuff, but I buy it. And I almost feel like I buy it. I was just telling someone yesterday, it's almost like a psychological thing to where I'll pick up the ice cream and the chips and cakes and stuff, and I may not even eat it or barely touch it. But because I bought it, it's like a fix that because I know I scanned it and it's coming in the house and the kids or somebody else is going to eat it, and I may nibble on some here and there. My family eat up my stuff because they say if they don't eat it, it's going to expire because it's going to go to waste. Because when I want junk, I just want a taste of it. And so keep that in mind. That's why I say I never gave up anything. It's a matter of how much I consume. So if I want some cake or a cookie, I literally just want a bite or just that one, and I don't want it no more. So by the time I want to eat some more, I live in a family, it's 5 of us. So my kids and my husband and ate it. But if I were to go back to it, it might be old or stale or whatever. It's because I just wanted a taste. But again, remember, I'm so conscious about what I consume to where it just has me not wanting to consume more than just a taste, if that makes sense. It's all about creating habits. You gotta create habits. I've never been into watching calories. Listen, math was never my ministry, so that's too much calculating. I've never been into that. But a lot of times, they have certain snacks that advertises already on the box calories. So my new guilty pleasure lately has been like those little Rice Krispie treats. I've never even been into Rice Krispie treats, but my daughter, she just finished up her soccer season, and I had bought some for her team, and there was some leftovers. So I started eating the Rice Krispie treat, and it's advertised on there 90 calories. So I'm like, okay. So if I want a little something sweet, I can eat one of the mini, not Rice Krispie treats, and I know, okay, it's just 90 calories. I just have to make sure I really brush my teeth good, so I won't have cavities and all of that from, sugar. But what I'm saying is that is something that's sweet and is 90 calories, and I know that just because it's just on the pack. But otherwise, I don't watch calories as I eat. I don't watch calories. I've never been into that. It just, to me, that seems like work. Listen, I done had 3 kids for a very long time, and I a job, 3 kids. I ain't got time for all that, y'all. I ain't got time. I'm just trying to live. So to me, the best thing is moderation. I rarely eat probably all of my food. Most of the time, I'm probably half it. I'll eat a full sandwich, or a burger, but a plated meal. You go to a restaurant and you got your entree and your sides. Your girl always coming home with extras. I've never been really an appetizer type chick, so I'm not eating the appetizer because I'm not gonna be hungry for the meal if I'm all up in dealing with the appetizer. So there's that. The dessert, me and my husband's always been into. If I want a dessert, he and I will share it. And remember, I've been a mom for a long time, so when we out with the kids or anything I have, I used to say my kids eat up my calories. I can't never eat my calories. I can't have my calories to myself because my kids got my calories. They eat my calories. So those little things, have made a difference in my life by just not consuming so much. But, it's just about what works for you. Find what works for you. Find what works for you, whatever that is. Find somebody who motivates you. Like who's that person that motivates you? Somebody, whether it's in your personal life, somebody you see on the internet. I'll tell you guys who I'm motivated by. I'm motivated by women who are in their 40s or 50s. I'll name out some names. Let's see, Sanaa Lathan, Gabrielle Union, Jada Pinkett, Regina King, the other Regina. There's about 2, 3 actresses with the name Regina, but they're all women who are 40s, 50s. Angela Bassett, to where I feel like they're aging gracefully. So when I think about aging and how I want to look, not just with my face, but just my body, those are people that I think of, to where I'm like, I want my body to still age slowly. Like, I can't control the number, but I feel like I can control like how I look, as I'm aging. I want to continue to have the shock factor when people learn how many kids I have, their ages. That, like, is that part for me. I'm motivated by naturally beautiful women who don't wear makeup but just have flawless beautiful skin. I personally find them to look the most young and youthful, when they don't have all the caked up makeup. I love that look. That really, y'all, especially with our black women, it motivates me. The melanated women, when I just see a natural, just clean, clear skin, like, that does it for me. So listen, I'm telling y'all what do it for me. You got to find what do it for you. These are the things what do it for me. I'm just in my natural woman era. I've been natural since 2010, locked since 2021. So I'm just team natural. So that's just me, I'm all about just natural, and just being as natural and as authentic as I can. For those who choose to, do other things, more power to you. I'm just saying, what they say, find your tribe, find your tribe. I found my tribe, and my tribe is just natural, just natural. I love, black is beautiful. I love our melanated skin. I'm okay with being out in the sun and walking. I wear my little straw hat. I'm okay with tanning because I'm black. There's no mistaking that I'm black. So I'm okay with if my skin get darker, like, as long as I'm protected with my sunscreen, and I'm not burning, like, that's the important part to me. But the changing of the skin tone, I don't care, because you're not gonna ever mistake me for anything other than black anyway, regardless of what the time of the year is, because I always look black. So I don't care. But there's so many of our women who are so concerned about tanning. Or how many of us have heard women, or you're one of those women, I don't like to sweat. How sweat? How you trying to lose weight or shed pounds and not sweat? I don't want to. Here's another one. When I used to work in pre-pandemic, I'd go outside and I'd walk. Let's see, I froze up. Make sure I'm still here with you guys. Okay, it was freezing up. Women would be like, I don't want to smell outside, like outside. Okay, well, would you like to continue to still be fat? Like, my thing is, y'all, pick your struggle. You can damn take a bath, pick your struggle. Would you rather be fat, sweaty, smell outside, like outside? Or would you rather have the body that you want? Like, which one is it? Like, we can't have it all. You can't have it all. Like I always say, you can't have it all. Like, something's going to get, like, you can't have it all. What do you want? And it's more important for me to look the way I want, to feel the way I want, than to be worried about some superficial stuff. Oh, I got dark from the sun, or I was sweating, or I was smelling out like outside. But when your girl step out, and it's time to step out, she ready. As I say, I'm always date ready. I'm always date ready. As the old late Nipsey Hussle say, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And I believe in staying ready. I'm always staying ready, and you need to stay ready too. That is the secret. Stay ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Stay ready. So I'm always ready. Be ready. Be willing to make sacrifices for, being uncomfortable. It's hot as hell out here, but nowadays, like in the evenings, go for your walk when the sun's going down. Last night, my husband and I went out. It was maybe like 8:30. I normally don't go out that late, but I went out with him. We walked the dog. We started talking to some people in the neighborhood, but normally I'm pretty much try not to go walking past 7. But pay attention to what time the sun is going down. But you got to get moving. You can't have these excuses, because there's always going to be a reason to not do something. Like, legit, like, there's always a reason to not do something. It is. Find your reason to do something. Find that reason, because that's what's going to get you your results. And that's with anything in life. Find that reason to do it, because we can all think of a million reasons to not do it. And I'm going to show my foot again for motivation for y'all. That, remember, your girl had bunion surgery. You can see this cut. I had this cut. I have a screw. It's a small screw going underneath this cut, kind of going. I didn't let that stop me. I still moved, and my neighbors took notice. And what they say, somebody's always watching, because it was people commenting on me and my progress as I walked the neighborhood, and I never even seen them before. And they were like, "Oh, you're out of your boot. You got," and it's just like, they were just so, happy for me to see me moving. Now, mind you, these people that were saying this, they're not people I see walking or doing nothing, but it's still some type, it got to be like some type of motivation to be like, shit, if sis can get out here broke down with one good foot, I know I can get down here. And yes, you can. You can. You can. If I can do it, you can do it. Like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. I'm just going to try to keep y'all engaged in what I'm doing in my life as far as how I'm moving. Maybe when I go for my walk sometime today, I'll bring you along so you can kind of see what that's like. But I got to go, but I want to just tap in to just let you know what's been going on with your girl Chic. So this is Chic Speaks. Until later, peace.